time, your heat race number 1. Your pole setter, the current Deery Brothers Summer Series race points leader from Marshalltown, the 99D of Darrell de France. Outside of him from Des Moines, the 0 car, that's Todd Johnson. Inside of row number 2, from Grundy Center, the 37F car of Mike Fitzpatrick, and outside of him, from Iowa City, the car number 16 of Kurt Beckler. In row number 3, from Webster City, the 85R car of Roger Tapper. And outside of him from Davenport, the 07 car, that's Terry Ryan. In row number 4, from Davenport, Iowa, the car number 56 of Gary Webb. And outside of him, the C10 car from Independence of Gary Crawford. This will be your first heat in the Deery Brothers Summer Series here tonight at the Hamilton County Speedway, the 9th annual Bob Shryock Memorial. Yellow lights go in 4. Throttles will start to go down. Todd will look him over. If he likes it, he'll turn him loose. He likes it, and we're green. The 07 of Terry Ryan runs in the number 4 spot as your leader comes off turn 4. Roger Tapper runs 6th. Gary Crawford 7th and Gary Webb 8th. As Darrell de France, your race leader, comes by the start-finish line. Fitzpatrick 5th. 46 from Davenport of Gary Webb. Finishing second from Davenport, the 07 of Terry Ryan. And your race winner from Marshalltown, the 99D car of Daryl DeFrance. Outside of him from Independence, the 7 car, that's Greg Hunter. The number 73, Greg Castley, the 3 of Kelly Shryock, the 146 of Lynn Idler, the 18 of Todd Stuber, the 37 of Mike Smith, and the 55 N of Ed Nelson, and we're ready. Trying to move on the outside. Greg Castley runs in the number 4 spot. Todd Stuber runs 5th. Here's your leader right here. Running second. Cale runs 3rd. Todd Stuber up into the number 4 spot. Greg Castley runs 5th. Mike Smith runs 6th and Lynn Idler runs 7th. Here's your leader. Trying to go to the low side of Todd Stuber as they work off turn number 4. Hunter, your leader. Position. Stuber drops to 5th. Castley runs 6th. Lynn Idler 7th. Greg Hunter, your race leader, comes off turn number 4. Shryock running 2nd. Kevin Cale runs 3rd. Your race for the number 5 position, Greg Castley on the inside of Todd Stuber as they work off turn number 4. Smith running 4th. Smith looking to the inside of Kevin Cale as they come off turn number 4 and into the front chute. And Greg Castley. There's your leader right here. Smith up into the number 3 spot and now challenging for 2nd. Smith up into 2nd as a white flag out comes out for Greg Hunter. Turn 3, working towards 4, checkered flag in hand. Here's your race winner right here. Finishing 3rd. The car number 3 from Story City of Kelly Shryock. Finishing 2nd from Jewel, the number 37 of Mike Smith. And your race winner from Independence, the car number 7 of Greg Hunter. That's Les Burley.
We're going to get a drink of beer.
Outside of him in the front row, the car number 1 from Adel of Jeff French. Inside of row number 2 from from Hazelton, the number 78 car of Rick Wendling. And outside of him, from Carroll, the 25X car of Frank Jorgensen. In row number 3, the 55N car from Des Moines of Ed Nelson. And outside of him, from Cedar Falls, the 05 car, that's Jeff Ike. And the throttles go down. Todd looks him over, wondering. Later, Jeff French running second, being challenged by Jorgensen on the inside. Can't quite get it done as your field comes off turn 4. Number 3 spot from Jorgensen as we go into turn number 3. Rick Wendling, your race later. Jeff French running second. Ike runs third, Jorgensen fourth. Later right here. Rick Wendling in the number 2 spot. Ike's running third. Frank Jorgensen runs fourth, and Nelson runs in the number 5 spot. Here's your leader off turn number 4. Jeff French. Jeff Ike trying to close on the outside. Todd Staley with checkered flag in hand. Off turn number 4. Here's your race winner right here. Third, the 05 car from Cedar Falls, that's Jeff Ike. Finishing second from Hazelton, the number 78 of Rick Wendling. And your race winner from Adel, the car number 1 of Jeff French. Up next, our heat race, our 4th heat race in the late model class tonight. On the pole from Oxford, Iowa, the number 72 car of Steve Foley. Outside of him from Omaha, Nebraska, the car number 35 of Ed Koziski. In row number 2, the number 2 car from Montevideo, that's Charles Schellenberger. And outside of him from Rolfe, the number 81 of Gary Peterson. In row number 3, from Des Moines, the car number 95 of Craig Jacobs. And outside of him from Mount Pleasant, the 15 of Lynn Richard. And in row number 4, from Des Moines, the 2X, that's Jeff Hall and Ridley. On the backside, Foley, race leader, Brzezinski runs second, Gary Peterson running third. Lynn Richard up into the number 4 spot. Charles Schellenberg drops to 5th high on the racetrack. Green flag racing. Steve Boley, your race leader. Gary Peterson runs second. In that order. Holds on to third. Lynn Richard runs fourth. Craig Jacobs trying to close up on him. Here's your race leader. Backside of Boley as they work through the corners. White flag lap coming out this time around for Steve Boley. Down the backside. Into turn number 3 we go. Through turn 3 and now into the front chute. Here's your race winner right here. Number 4, finishing third, the car number 35 from Omaha of Ed Koziski. Finishing second from Rolfe, the car number 81 of Gary Peterson. And your race winner from Oxford, Iowa, the car number 72 of Steve Boley. Crawford. In row number 12, starting on the outside from Ionia, the number 146 of Lynn Idler, and inside of him from Des Moines, the number 95 of Craig Jacobs. In row number 11, from Grundy Center, the 37F car of Mike Fitzpatrick, and the 27 car from Independence of Darren Burko. In row number 10, from Webster City, the 85R car of Roger Tapper, and from Fairmont, Minnesota, the car number 18 of Todd Stuber. In row number 9, on the outside from Des Moines, the 55N of Ed Nelson, and on the inside from Waterloo, the 73 of Greg Castley. In row number 8 on the outside from Mount Pleasant, the number 15 of Lynn Richard, and on the inside, the 25X from Carroll of Frank Jorgensen. In row number 7 on the outside from Donaldson, the number 6 of Kevin Cale, and on the inside from Iowa City, the 16 of Kurt Beckler. In row number 6 on the outside from Cedar Falls, the 05 car of Jeff Ikey, and inside of him from Adel, the car number 1 of Jeff French. In row number 5 on the outside from Independence, the car number 7 of Greg Hunter, and inside of him from Oxford, the 72 of Steve Boley. In row number 4 on the outside from Story City, the car number 3 of Kelly Shryock, and inside of him from Omaha, the number 35 of Ed Koziski. In row number 3 on the outside, your current Deery Brothers Summer Series point leader from Marshalltown, the 99D of Daryl DeFrance, and on the inside from Davenport, the 07 car of Terry Ryan. In row number 2 on the outside from Rolfe, the car number 81 of Gary Peterson, and inside of him from Jewel, the car number 37 of Mike Smith. And in the front row on the outside from Hazleton, the number 78 car of Rick Wendling, and your pole sitter from Davenport, Iowa, the car number 56 of Gary Webb. 26 cars in this late model field. Pulls onto the track. He won track championships here at Webster City, at Fairmont, Minnesota, Grove Creek. He won at Alda, won many races in Rapid City, South Dakota, Omaha, Nebraska, Denver, Colorado, all over Iowa. Won his last feature race right here at the Hamilton County Speedway. Let us pause for a moment as our field moves by, leaving the pole position open for Bob Shryock. One of Bob's greatest thrills probably was he got the opportunity to see his son Kelly win his first ever feature race in a race car. Sadly missed by all, but not forgotten, Bob Shryock. And now we form up 4 wide as we work through turns 3 and 4 in the traditional Deery Brothers Summer Series salute to you, the race fans. This will be your parade lap. Coming by you right now, the front cars holding the Deery Brothers flag and the IMCA flags. The remainder of the field carrying the greatest flag of all, the American flag, as they come by. Everybody up, let them know you appreciate it. The Deery Brothers Summer Series feature race about the convention. 40 laps will be the distance. Your field again, Gary Webb in the front row with Rick Hazleton. In row number 2, Mike Smith and Gary Peterson. In row 3, Terry Ryan and Daryl DeFrance. In row number 4, Ed Koziski and Kelly Shryock. In row number 5, Steve Boley and Greg Hunter. In row 6, Jeff French and Jeff Ikey. In row 7, Kurt Beckler and Kevin Kale. In row number 8, Frank Jorgensen and Lynn Richard. In row number 9, Greg Castley and Ed Nelson. In the 10th row, Todd Stuber and Roger Tapper. In row 11, Darren Burko, Mike Fitzpatrick. In row number 12, Craig Jacobs, Lynn Idler. In row number 13, Gary Crawford and Les Burley. Your Deery Brothers Summer Series 40 lap late model feature race about a bit later on out of the top 10, I believe it is, if that car should happen to have real racing wheels on it, he'll win $500. Row as your field works into turn number 3. Through turn number 3, throttles will start to go down. The Deery Brothers Summer Series feature race is coming at you. Second spot, Peterson runs third in the yellow lights. Come out on the racetrack. We've got a car in the back of once yellow lights are out, we'll look to go back to green this time around. Todd will watch him through 3 and 4. Gary Webb, Rick Windling control the pace off turn number 4. Road green. Got together right here in the front chute. 6th, Kelly Shryock, 7th. Greg Hunter in the number 8 spot, Ed Krasinski 9th. And Jeff Heike in the number 10 spot. The yellow lights are out. We're looking to go green. Throttles go down and we're racing. Wendling, your race leaders, led it from the start. Gary Webb right there with him. Mike Smith right there, and the throttles go down and we're green. Turns 3 and 4. Gary Webb right there with him. Mike Smith, Darrell DeFrance, Gary Peterson, Terry Ryan, and we're green. your top 5 throttles go down. We're green. Finishing in the number 4 spot, the car number 1 from Adel of Jeff French. Finishing third from Davenport, the car number 56 of Gary Webb. Finishing second from Jewel, the car number 37 of Mike Smith. And your race winner from Hazleton, Iowa, the car number 78 of Rick Windley. Presenting our trophies here tonight to our feature winners. The driver of the car number 78, Rick Wendling. He'll be joined down there by Kathy Ruth, the director of the IMCA. Along with other IMCA officials as Kevin Birdie brings his 18 car out. Kevin Birdie, of course, our stock car feature winner here tonight at the Hamilton County Speedway.
Signing some autographs right now. We'll step over here real quick.